Hey everybody, welcome to Unqualified. My name is Alex and I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little bit about everything, anything, and nothing all in between. So let's rub the chili pepper and the Italian horn for some good luck, because we're going to need it, and let's get started. We're going to look at a video called Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings by Prageru. So bear with me and I'm going to edit in the clip. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay. This is Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings by Prageru.
Vanderbilt University, November 2015. 200 students rise up to protest the white privilege and microaggressions of the racist, bigoted Vanderbilt administration. The protesters don't offer any specific examples of discrimination, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that they feel victimized. The next day, a bag of dog poop shows up at the front door of the university's Black Cultural Center. All hell breaks loose. Full of righteous indignation, student activist groups rush to Facebook to denounce the racist act. The police investigate. They quickly find the person responsible, but nobody is arrested. You know why? Because it turns out that the bag of excrement wasn't a racist attack. It was left by a blind girl with a service dog. She couldn't find a trash can, so, wanting to do the responsible thing, she left the bag outside the door of a nearby building, knowing a janitor would pick it up and throw it away. The student group did apologize, but then they added another charge against the administration. The needs of students with disabilities on this campus are also marginalized. Seriously, this is not a joke. On the college campus today, feelings rule facts and victims are heroes. According to the left, all inequality in America is due to victimization. They start by claiming that all non-white people in America are victims of white privilege. Then come women. They're all victims of the patriarchy. Then come gays and lesbians and the transgendered. They're all victims of our heteronormative and homophobic society. But what if you haven't actually been victimized by anybody? That doesn't matter. To the left, so long as you feel victimized, you're a victim. Even if you have never actually experienced discrimination, you've surely been targeted by microaggressions. You know, nasty little words and phrases that weren't meant to be insults, but just are. If somebody...
So, anything. So someone can look at you weird and, someone could give you like a side eye or a roll of their eyes, and that's a microaggression. Or someone can just be like, F you, or, screw you. And, because you're doing something stupid, like jaywalking, and that can be considered a microaggression. I'm just paraphrasing, or I'm just guessing. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just throwing things out.
Somebody asks you, where are you from? That's considered a xenophobic microaggression. They're implying that you are a foreigner. If a man holds open a door for a woman, which, by the way, you're supposed to do, that's a sexist microaggression because he's treating her like she's a helpless female. Of course, he's also treating her like she's a woman. But how would he know? And heaven forbid anybody address you by your biologically accurate pronoun. What if she identifies as a man? In short, everyone's a victim, except, of course, straight white males. Also, anybody who dares to disagree with the left. If you're guilty of either of those crimes, you must be confronted, even if doing so requires actual aggression, like, say, a riot. Here's a trick the left plays to justify their violence. First, they say it's okay to punch Nazis. Then they say that every conservative, in fact, everybody they disagree with, is a Nazi. But here's the biggest problem with the left's argument. They're based on feelings, not facts.
Yeah.
Take white privilege. The only real privilege in America is American privilege. Everybody in America has it, more than citizens of any other country in the world.
That's
the
true.
Privilege to make your own decisions and live the life you choose.
That's true.
According to the liberal Brookings Institution, if you make just these 3 decisions, you'll do fine. And with drive and ambition, you'll probably do better than fine. First, finish high school. Second, don't have babies before you're married. Third, hold down a job. If you do these 3 things, you'll be on your way to the privilege of middle-class life, regardless of race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or gender. Also, there's no patriarchy. Women already make up the majority of college graduates. According to Time magazine, young single women without kids already earn more than their male counterparts. Oh, and gay and lesbian couples, they earn more than their straight counterparts too. These are facts, and facts don't care about your feelings. Neither will your employer if you get a job after you leave school. The moment you graduate, reality is going to hit you like a truck.
Yeah.
People who give you a paycheck expect you to produce. They expect you to work hard. And all the claims of victimhood, all the whining, well, nobody cares. So, stop worrying so much about your feelings and start worrying a little more about being a good person, doing your best, and not getting in your own way. If you don't, the only thing you'll be a victim of is yourself. I'm Ben Shapiro, editor of the Daily Wire for Prageru University.
Thanks, Ben. Okay. Yeah. That was quite a bit. Okay, I'm so triggered. I'm so triggered at the fact that Ben was going on about how the students at Vanderbilt, once they found out about the blind girl, they were saying, "Oh, the students with disabilities, their rights are marginalized." And it's funny because I kind of went through that at my university when I was in college, and I have epilepsy, and I had a seizure outside my apartment building that was right outside of campus. Now remember that because that comes into play. I had a seizure outside my apartment building for 20 minutes. Now I know that that sounds like a very, very long time to have a seizure, but I have focal epilepsy with complex partial seizures. Now, I got burns on my body because the sidewalk was so hot here in Arizona. And, I eventually, and nobody helped me. Nobody. Nobody helped me. And I understand it's the bystander effect. Everybody is going to think, oh, somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to call 911. Someone else is going to help her. But also, they're just shit human beings out there. And, everybody just has their head up their butt. And they think, oh, well, I got to get to class. I think that's maybe someone's doing a social experiment. Maybe someone's just homeless. Maybe someone's just lying on the ground for the hell of it, you know. But I don't have the seizures where it's like, no, I don't have grand mal seizures. No, I have the kind of seizures where they're just like, and then I fall down. So I was probably just laying there, and it took someone from my sorority. The only thing that one of those girls did that was good, um, she noticed me, she took me upstairs, and she helped me. So that's kudos to that girl. She ended up being a biatch later. Anyway, um, I went to the school. I went to the dean, and I said, can you guys put up seizure protocol and stroke protocol around campus? Because it would help people like me. It would help people who have, who might have a stroke. Even though that's not my problem, I saw nothing on ASU campus where it was stroke protocol, seizure protocol. No, 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 nothing. So God forbid someone's having a grand mal seizure. God forbid someone's having a complex partial seizure. God forbid someone's having a stroke. You gotta bet your bottom dollar that someone is trained in first aid, or someone knows something about the medical world. And or you better pray that you're near the the medical wing of the campus or whatever. I don't freaking know. But they said, yeah, since it didn't happen on campus, that's not our problem. That's literally what they said to me. That is actually what they said to me. Since it didn't happen on campus, which is so funny because this is where my apartment was, and that's where school was. I'm not even kidding you. I was not even like 200 feet from campus. And they said, yeah, since it didn't happen on campus, that's not our problem. How could you say that to someone? And how could you say something like, Oh yeah, no, we're not going to take your proposition into consideration to help other people, to help other people with disabilities. God forbid. And that's one of the other reasons why I left the school, because if they're not going to do something simple like that, just putting a piece of paper up on poles and walls and all that kind of stuff, like that's one of the main reasons why I left school, honestly, because like how far do you have your head up your butt? You know, like if you can't dish out a couple dollars for that, that's that's so horrible. So when people say, "Oh my god, I'm such a victim." Well, honey, you really got to think about it. Are you a victim, or are you just feeling like a victim? That's a good one. That's a good one. Are you a victim, or are you just feeling like a victim? Because everybody likes to play the victim card. And I admit I've done it in the past too. I've done it in the past too. I've tried to pull rank because I'm like, I'm disabled. But then people are like, I don't see anything wrong with you. I'm like, well, I have invisible disabilities. And they're like, well, unless I can see something physically wrong with you, invisibly wrong with you, it's not worth shit. So, you know, it's just like, so I got over that really quick where I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to play the victim card anymore. You know, I'm not going to beg for attention. I'm not going to beg for validation from people. No, I'm going to get that for myself. I'm going to ask that for my loved ones, but I'm not going to beg for it. No. That's what everybody in society does. They play the victim card and they beg for validation. It makes me sick. Like, bleh. Ugh. Ugh. Way to get heated. Anyway, I hope you stuck with me this long. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I put up new videos. And I hope to see you in the next one. Remember, always rub the chili pepper for some good luck. And hasta la pasta, baby. Bye.